Listen, bro. I've been thought that this man's was the king of LARPs, but I think it's finally time we get to address it like on a video, bruh. Let's get this Sneako exposure out the way.
I think it's finally time we talk about Sneako, the greatest LARPer on the internet.
Oh my god, look, bro, this man's Sneako. I've never seen so much LARP in my life. I'm just so glad that finally someone's talking about it, bro.
Because his new personality just got done downloading.
Nigga, flip, flop.
My bad, I really don't know how that picture got in there. But if you know Sneako, just 2 months ago, he was just arguing in favor of Chud the Builder. And he has a long track record of cozying up with white supremacists and people who hate black people. And despite being around people who push this radical bigotry, Sneako has still somehow maintained the claims that he is a devout Muslim. And I don't
I'm keep it honest, bro. The reason I think that Sneako is the way he is just clicks and views, bro. Clicks and views. He does what wherever the viewership goes, bro. This might be like the example of someone who actually sold their soul.
know about y'all, but my granddad is Muslim and I've never heard him cozy up with white supremacists, and I've never seen him be on a party bus with other people while singing the song Hail Hitler. I guess what I'm trying to say is that today, twin, I just want to talk about how Sneako is using his faith to cover up the fact that he has many faces like the face stealer from Avatar. Even if Sneako wants to LARP as this devout Muslim, we have the receipts regardless of how Sneako wants to portray himself. So I just want to talk about that today, twin. If you're interested in the tea and Sneako's new personality, you might as well come and tap in. Comment for the algorithm. Now, before we discuss Sneako's brand,
I think what scares me about Sneako is I feel like he'd be a part of the Epstein Island. Like, I think there's like a devout group of streamers that have Epstein Island potential. Like Haskell, after that humiliation ritual, bro. Epstein Island decisions, bro.
New personality, we just need to quickly establish who he was in the not so distant past. Starting with the whole Hail Hitler incident on the party bus with all of those white supremacists adjacent
Adin Ross, he might be running it, I ain't gonna lie. With respect though, with respect.
Individuals. Now later in the video, you're gonna get an answer for why Sneako was cozying up with these people, but I just need to make something abundantly clear. That is just anti-Semitic, and it's stupid because not all Jewish people support the state of Israel. Not all Jewish people are content with the fact there's a Zionist regime that is committing genocide. And when you praise someone that committed genocide against the Jewish people, you're not actually being progressive and you're not actually raising awareness about the Palestinian genocide. You're just being divisive and you're just being edgy. None of that stuff counts as activism. It's just corny stuff for clicks, engagement, and revenue. And Sneako was at the forefront of this. And then 2 months ago, he was literally arguing with academics about whether or not Chud the Builder can get away with saying the hard R to black people. And he was trying to tell us that we need to get over it.
Because society changed the meaning of this word. That's the point.
Okay. However, when that naturally happens, it happens. What I'm saying now is that nigga and the hard ER, they mean two very different things.
Because we allowed them to change their meaning.
How are we in a situation where you're having a full debate with someone about this? Like, there's people in this world that you cannot argue with because, like, they know they're wrong, but they're about to make this last as long as they possibly can by consistently just stating the question over and over again, bro. Niggas like him are insane, bro. I'm real.
Because society moved on, because we allowed them to change their meaning. That's the point.
No,
let go.
You're being so...
Let go of these societal attributes to this word. Let go. Let go of the hurt.
Sneako saying that we should just let go of the hurt is the same rhetoric.
I'm gonna be real though. I don't think DJ Academics is the guy to argue with this. I don't think he has enough good points for his arguments. He doesn't give me the type of mindset that says he'd be good at debating.
Builder was using to justify his harassment of black people. Chud the Builder's whole MO was saying that black people shouldn't be offended at the slur that's been historically used to dehumanize them, and if they do get offended, that means I can shoot them. Y'all see how evil that sounds? I troll a lot, but on some real stuff, that is the evilest thing I've ever heard, because all Sneako is doing is playing white knight for someone that wants to kill black people. There was no reason for this debate with academics to happen in the first place, but Sneako wanted to play contrarian and play lapdog for the white supremacy.
I'll be real, I don't think Chud the Builder wants to do that. I think Chud the Builder's just doing it for clicks and views. That's just me though. Like, some of it might be there, but I think a lot of it is just an edgy middle school kid who like got paid to be a edgy middle school kid. That's just me.
And I want y'all to know that this was just 2 months ago because Sneako has made an abrupt 180 on his position. He is now attacking the white supremacists and the white nationalists. And it's really crazy because Sneako was smart enough to actually have very valid talking points against these white nationalists, which to me, that suggests that Sneako isn't as dumb as he acts on the internet. But instead of using his intellect to support the cause, he was using it to harm black people and to perpetuate and shield against these harmful rhetorics. And now that he's cut contact with all of his white supremacist best buddies, and most importantly his ex-boyfriend and catboy Nick Fuentes, now he wants to say things on the contrary. Now he wants to actually speak against these racist individuals. But now let's start at the origin point of the personality download. It starts with Sneako diving ever so deeper into his Muslim identity.
This is the Islamic Republic of New Yorkistan. Islam will be in every household. Inshallah, the whole world is Muslim. Welcome to Mamdani's New York. You see
That nigga. I don't even know what to say about this, bruh. What?
this city, you see how it looks? Inshallah, your city looks just like this too. Kafir, 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 kafir. Deed, kafir. Silence. Is this a kafir? Quiet, kafir.
I don't see anything wrong with Muslim pride. I'm actually in support of getting
I agree. I think this thing is just doing it for clicks and views. This is crazy. This nigga is almost like, it's almost a joke the way he's doing it. I ain't gonna lie.
together with your religion and being happy about it. If you take pride in your beliefs, there is nothing wrong with that. But my issue with Sneako is that he's kind of made it some sort of a spectacle. Whenever it's Sneako, it's always a huge performance, or at least that's my opinion, because why did he go out and clip farm and bait the internet by saying Islamic Republic of New Yorkistan? Just that coming out of Sneako's mouth, that just feels like engagement bait. That feels like caption bait for Twitter. And it did ultimately end up as caption bait because he did kind of get into a mini little back and forth with Adin Ross. But before I talk about that, let's talk about the whole Kafir thing. Kafir is basically just the Muslim version of Goy. And the reason that Sneako was saying Kafir to the camera is because he had a debate with Alex Jones. And because Sneako doesn't like Alex Jones, he's calling him a Kafir, which basically means non-Muslim. And he's calling him a Kafir in the way that Alex Jones made a video saying Jew, Jew, Jew. Jew, 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 Jew. So that's the whole context behind the Sneako Kafir video. But the thing is that Sneako had to repeat this video 3 other times, because if you look closely at the clip, Sneako's eyes keep darting back and forth to his chat, which made people cook him because he clearly seeks validation from his chat, hence why he be switching personalities and stealing faces like Ko, the face stealer. The last airbender is peak. But the reason I bring up this whole Kafir thing is because this is Sneako diving ever so deeply into the Muslim identity. I didn't even know that.
If you want to see if a nigga's really capping or if he's really about what he's saying, see if that nigga looking at the chat. When he's doing things, see if you're looking at chat. Because why are you looking at chat if you're speaking from your heart, nigga? You want engagement. I ain't gonna lie, you want engagement.
That was a word until now, and now he's trying to sneak it into the vocabulary. Like I said, bro, my granddad is Muslim. I've never heard this nigga say Kafir, and I'm actually gonna call him and ask him about this after I get done making this video, because this is my first time being introduced to the word. I don't think it hits the same as saying Goy, but I'ma still hear Sneako out on this one little thing. I'm just trying to say this dude Sneako is performative. All of a sudden, New York is the Islamic state of New Yorkistan. All of a sudden, he's pulling out ancient Muslim phrases that describe non-Muslims. I'm not buying that. But look, Adin Ross seen the New York clip. He responded. He said, Sneako, you got to move to Afghanistan. You cannot try to terraform America into Afghanistan.
Sneako, if you move to Iran or if you move to one of those countries, bro, I swear to God, I'll donate. Please move, bro. Move. Show us how good it is over there. Go move to Afghanistan. You said they're welcoming all. Just please, bro. Holy.
Literally, like, lock in, bro. Like, you talking about New York. I want to see you over there in them countries, bro.
Sneako, holy. No, I'm not weird. No, he wants to change America and make it like Afghanistan. Tell him to go to Afghanistan and show us how it's done.
I definitely don't think Sneako is trying to terraform or change him.
If he goes there, though, they might take his toes. I ain't gonna lie, they might take that nigga's toes. Cause that nigga, and they could tell, like, you can smell a LARP when you live the tradition, bro. When you live, like, as a Christian, I know what a LARP Christian looks like, you know? They might take that nigga toes.
America into Afghanistan, nor do I think he's just trying to push the Islam faith onto people. I just think that he is putting on a performance to signal to his viewers and I guess the mainstream media that he is a devoted Muslim. That's why he's doing all these theatrics, okay? It's not because he actually wants to change everything like Adin is saying. But y'all know that Adin Ross barely has 2 working brain cells, so you can't really expect any higher form of thinking from him. Now, to be fair, Sneako did make a very good response saying that he will revoke his citizenship if Adin refunds all the people who he got addicted to gambling. In this response, you can't tell me this is not performative. Take a look.
I'm trying not to look at my phone, but I opened up Twitter and I saw that Adin Ross said that he wants to pay for me to revoke my citizenship and move to Afghanistan. And wallahi, I'll say this in Medina, I will revoke my US citizenship if you refund every single child that you got addicted to gambling. Stop gambling and you show receipts. Wallahi, I will leave America, revoke my citizenship. And
okay, he just nutted in everybody's mouth. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't expect this nigga to be here. I don't know where this is, but I can tell by what the people are wearing, bruh. He just nutted in our mouth. My fault, bruh. Adin, you gotta hold that too, bruh. He busted in that shit. All up in the cheeks, in the gum, all that shit.
Never return.
I think this is a good response because let's keep it a bean. All these streamers pushing gambling onto their young audiences is crazy. That is not a good addiction, and gambling just preys on people's dopamines, and we're already getting our dopamines fried. But you can't tell me this isn't performative just based off of where Sneako is and how he did this response. 2 months ago, this nigga was out here arguing on behalf of a white supremacist, but now he wants to LARP as the greatest Muslim to ever exist. And not to mention, bro, he was friends with Adin for a very long time. He was friends with Adin throughout a lot of his controversies and a lot of his scandals, but only now does Sneako say you gotta refund the kids that you got addicted to gambling. He just seems wishy-washy to me. With all of that out the way,
God, bro, I hate these wishy-washy niggas, bro. Like I do. I hate when like this is the thing I hate about the internet too, bro. Like on the internet, when someone is like, no one has an issue with someone unless the world has an issue with them. Like, all right, I want to point out something that's crazy, and don't fry me, but there is a YouTuber, I won't say his name, you can find him, you can look him up, it's easy, who admitting to letting a 15-year-old suck his dick twice. And because he was a very entertaining person in his niche, the internet kind of let him get away with it. In his first stream back, he got $64,000 on his first stream back, like donated to him. And it was like during his time that he was away, when Twitch banned him, it became the #1 trending topic in the world to unban that nigga, because all your favorite content creators was siding with that nigga because it was the cool thing to do. They took morality right out of it. Morality did not exist. Who cares? You know? And that's the life we live in, bro.
Let's discuss Sneako's new personality, which is the figurehead of the Brown and Black Coalition.
I'm convinced that if enough people said 9/11 wasn't that bad of a thing, well, they just took 2 buildings, bro. It wasn't that big of a deal. All of the internet would have been like, yeah, bro, what are we even talking about? It's just 2 buildings. I'm convinced that shit like that would be a thing. I ain't gonna lie.
Versus the white nationalists.
Because they're all a bunch of dork-looking chuds, bro. And they worship looks maxing. Like, looks maxing is their ideology. They all need to be like, you need to be a Chad Light sub 10 a recessed maxilla. And then white nationalists will get together in real life and they will all look like school shooters and terrorists. They look disgusting. They're afraid to go outside because they all need to hide behind anonymous accounts because they are decrepit looking weirdos, bro.
Damn.
And they all know it. Like, they won't stream and they won't collaborate and they won't appear in public with somebody that shares their ideology online because they're going to look like a bunch of dorks IRL.
Facts.
And they say that, oh, this is a white national white country in this. Why don't you go outside and find your own people? Where is that? Where are the people? Where's your unity? I show you mine every day on stream.
I agree with Sneako. I think looks maxing is for dorks. I think that looks maxing is
I don't even know what looks maxing really is.
Care for white
like, I ain't gonna lie, I never even like put a lot of time into like investing into whatever the fuck that shit was. That goy looks maxing shit. That's the first time I looked at some shit and said, I'm too old for this, nigga. And just walked on out.
My thing is, brother, you were literally just in a room with the king of looks maxing in January, and you were on a party bus singing Hail Hitler. And 2 months ago, you were literally defending the same rhetoric that enabled a racist who wanted to kill black people. A rhetoric that is often shared by these white supremacists to put us down, which is, why are you getting offended over words? Why are you giving these words all that meaning? That was just 2 months ago, by the way, and now he wants to sit up here and be the king of LARP and talk about how these looks maxers and these white supremacists are dorks. That's what I mean when I say Sneako has a new personality that just downloaded. He just stole a new face, and it's frying me because now Sneako wants to be all smug about it. Brother, you were just on their team 2 months ago. What even changed? Well, I do know what changed, and it's the fact that he's no longer friends with Andrew Tate, and it's the fact that he's no longer friends with his ex-boyfriend slash catboy Nick Fuentes. And I think ever since he invoked the ire of the white supremacists, I think he's now on a revenge tour, and he's now actually speaking out against them. That's just a game theory. Remember when I said that Sneako is wasting his intellect? I mean, he really is, because he has very good talking points that oppose these white supremacist rhetorics.
They say brown people, black people are violent, but then they will encourage murder. Then they will have terrorist attacks from their audience and they don't condemn it. They will advocate for endless wars. Osman Gold, this copper, is saying snipe babies in the head, literally. Like, and then you're gonna call brown people, black people violent? You are the ones encouraging war. You are the ones that are asking Israelis to shoot more people. You are the ones causing the blood to flow in the streets of Gaza. Literally. There's so much blood in Gaza, it's flowing through the streets, the most well-documented genocide of all time. And this is directly the cause of the rhetoric of these kuffar who say that brown people, black people are violent. You are the violent ones.
And these are all things that I've spoken on in my videos.
Yo, low-key, is he a narcissist? Like, is this a narcissist, bro? Because, like, I feel like he picked up the book 2 months ago, and now he's, like, supposed to be, like, holier than thou, bro. Like, is this a narcissist?
They always try to say that black people or any other marginalized community are the people that are causing all of this violence. But when you look at history, it's not black people that are just conquering the world. It's not black people that are committing genocide. Our government is full of these white Republicans that are literally putting us in an illegal war. That's not black people. That's not marginalized groups. That's them folks. And it's crazy because Sneako knew all of this the entire time. I actually seen a clip of Sneako from 2023 where he was talking about the Zionist regime. So this guy was early. This was before even I was woke enough to know about it. And despite Sneako having this information, he still cozied up with these white supremacists that push this harmful ideology.
These coward skin worshippers are so afraid they just sit behind in their basement, never go outside, and tell other people to commit terrorist attacks, tell other people to be citizen vigilante, beg Ben Gvir to commit more war. You are the ones committing World War III. You are the ones responsible for World War I and II. You are the ones that have killed the most amount of people throughout the world.
Sneako was just in rooms with these same skin worshippers that he is now opposing. And the only reason he's opposing them and actually speaking out against them is because they tossed him to the side. They discarded him. And here's another thing. He is clearly subbing his ex-boyfriend Nick Fuentes with the never goes outside and tells other people to commit these attacks, and the whole comment about having terrorist attacks from their audience. I don't know if y'all caught this, but that is part of the whole subbing because Nick Fuentes' community is harassing Sneako. The Groypers will donate rude things to Sneako, and I guess he doesn't like that harassment, and now he's kind of sneaking it in to this little rant that he's going on.
These people need to realize too, if they did actually care about saving the white race, they should convert to Islam. I mean, the white nationalists don't take their religion seriously at all. They are openly dissing Pope Leo. Pope Leo's the GOAT, one of the best popes of all time. I love him. He's standing with the immigrants. He is standing with the Palestinians. He's saying correct things. He's in the Masjid in Algeria. He believes in Nostra Aetate. And the white nationalists who just use Christianity as a cover, they hate him because they can't refute him, because if they do...
I ain't gonna lie, this is a millionaire who's just bored, bro. This is a millionaire who got so much money, he just bored now. He don't know what to do. He don't care, bro. He got too much money to care. So he just goes and put on his next outfit for the next 2 months so he could be the talking point of Twitter. Like, bro, a millionaire, bro. Money changes people, bro.
Then they're apostates to their own religion. So it's either they convert to Judaism or they just stop LARPing as Christians. So
the way that Sneako is completely honing in on these white supremacists just screams revenge tour to me, because now he's talking about, here's how you save the white race. These seem like deliberate attacks against these white supremacists that are spurred on by the whole fact that he got discarded by the white supremacists that he used to cozy up with. I definitely do agree with some of the things he's saying here, because number one, a lot of these white supremacist Christians are going against their religion when they practice white supremacy. They literally have to love thy neighbor, but they don't practice that because they're not real Christians. They're Christian LARPers. But I think the same thing can be applied to Sneako, because despite the fact that he is positioning himself as this Muslim devotee, to me it just comes across as someone using that as a shield to cover up the fact that, dude, you are having a literal personality change in real time. 2 months ago, you were defending white supremacist rhetoric, but now all of a sudden you have smoke for these same white supremacists. And Sneako defends this by saying that he and these white nationalists had these same interests, which was speaking out against Zionism. And he touched on this when he was praising Hassan for his efforts with the
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm sorry, this stupid. Sneako look like he could hoop for real. He like a nigga I see in my gym, like a 6'1" that nigga, bro. Yo, come here, bro. You on my team, bro. Check rock. Like, I don't know. I look at him and that's what I think, bro.
DSA and how they are winning elections across the country.
do I care about personal grievances? Do I care about personal drama ahead of the country, ahead of humanity, ahead of the genocide in Gaza? No, I don't. I will look away at that. And I always have. I looked away at the differences that I have with the white nationalists because they were saying that they were critical of Israel.
Here's the thing, Sneako can claim that he was cozying up with these white nationalists because they were critical of Israel, but the clips and the internet show you that's not the case. Like I said at the start of the video, it was incredibly shallow and edgy. That's all their actions amounted to. Singing Hail Hitler is not pushing the needle, it's not doing anything progressive, and it's not speaking out against Zion.
I ain't gonna lie, them niggas singing Hail Hitler is so fucking weird to me. That is the weirdest part about this entire thing.
All you're doing is being anti-Semitic and alienating an entire group of people and treating them like a monolith when there are anti-Zionist Jews that exist. The real reason Sneako—
How do you not sit in that bus and think, yeah, I might have sold my soul to the devil? Like, that's what I would have thought, bro.
was cozying up with these people is because they have buzz around their name and it was engagement and it helped them get money and revenue. So with all of that being said, I think that when you see Sneako, you should think of him as Ko the face stealer. Every time you see him, he may have a new face in his collection, a new personality added to the index. But most importantly, he is a performer in the circus of social media. The most consistent facet of his personality still boils down to a performance for the clips in the media. I think it's really rich that he now wants to push this brown and black coalition and unity when 2 months ago all he was doing was playing white knight for a white supremacist who wanted to kill black people. And when I see all of this, it just affirms my general disgust towards Sneako. But that's really all I had to say though. So subscribe for more unsolicited opinions. I love you all. Y'all niggas be blessed. I'm gonna get up out of here. Bye bye.
Yeah, no. Millionaire that's just bored at life and just doing what he wants to do. That's what I think it is, bro. That's my honest opinion, bro.